Going to start a new prose. That prose name is Once More to the Lake. It was written by E.B. White, and he is the writer of some other prose and very famous prose, and that is Charlotte's Web, that was written in 1952, and then The Trumpet of the Swan, 1970, Is Sex Necessary or Why? And the third one, that is Once More to the Lake. So the writer of Charlotte's Web, The Trumpet of the Swan, and Once More to the Lake, the writer is E.B. White. His full name is Elwyn Brooks White. Okay, so Elwyn Brooks White, the writer, especially he was born in 11th July 1899, and he was born in Mount Vernon, Newark, United States, and he can be called, that means E.B. White can be called, that is a New Yorker, okay? And he died in 1st October 1985, and North Brooklyn, Maine, pronunciation will be Maine, another city of United States, okay? So he is a famous American author, and he has written so many texts, and especially he is famous for children's book, writing children's book, the Charlotte's Web. And important thing is that many of the writers may write about books on children, but the speciality of E.B. White is that he has written children book based on the character. The most of the characters of his prose are animals, and especially in Charlotte's Web. In Charlotte's Web, the main character is a pig, and the pig's beloved is another animal, that is Charlotte's, okay, a spider. So that is about our writer, that is E.B. White. He is an American essayist, author, and literary stylist, and especially he wrote many things, especially children books, and he is famous author. And he was born in Newark, and he died in North Brooklyn, Maine. And for his eloquent writing, he is famous, and he is liked by the readers of all ages. That means at the time of his writing, he was liked by many readers, and still in the very beginning of the 21st century, it's an age of technology. In that time, many people like E.B. White. Why? For his unaffected, eloquent prose writing. Okay, but he is actually he studied journalism at Cornell University, okay, Newark, and there he started working in a magazine. The name of the magazine was New Yorker magazine, okay, and there he worked several times, contributing editor up to 1927. When he was born? And up to 1927 he had been working as a contributor editor of, that is, the New Yorker journal, okay, and there he made his beloved. Actually, this man is famous. He had a very chicken heart. Chicken heart means he is very timid. He is not very ready to talk with the visitors. He tried to pass the visitors, unknown visitors. He started journalism, but his tendency is that he didn't want to talk to the new interviewers. And for this reason, we may call it, he is very introvert. Introvert, what did he do? E.B. White, in his office, had been working, that means New Yorker magazine, he had been working up to 1927. In the office maximum time, he wouldn't come out from the front gate. he wouldn't go to the back door. Back door means every house there is a fire exit in Europe and America. Okay, in Bangladesh, in many houses, you will see the fire exit. That means if a house gets fire, there will be an emergency exit. So our writer E.B. White wouldn't go to the front gate. He would pass to the fire exit gate. Why? To avoid the interviewers who will come to the reception and they will say, oh, I want to talk to E.B. White. Okay, so he tried to avoid them. And that is, and for this reason many critics said that E.B. White has a very timid heart, but he has a very long pen. Yeah, that means he wrote many things in his life that inspired the readers, not only the 20th century, still in the 21st century, many writers. And there, this man who was a very timid, who was not ready to talk to the interviewer, he got acquaintance with his beloved. His name is Catherine Sargent Anson. Okay, and he, in this first edition, actually this man, inspired by his beloved to write his prose. Okay, and White's essay for the New Yorker quickly garnered many praise, lukewarm, that means critical praise. The first essay, that means the commenter contributor, you know. Okay, especially we may see many English newspaper in Bangladesh, isn't it? The Observer, the Daily Star, and the others. And here, there you will see a column page. Okay, in that column, some scholars will be writing columns every day. They are called the contributors. So our writer E.B. White was a contributor, was a famous journal of New York, that is the New Yorker magazine. In that magazine, he had been working up to 1927, and he was a famous contributor. And at the time of working over there, he got acquaintance with a girl. Next time, that girl became his beloved, and next time they got married. Okay, so written in a personal and direct style that showcased a affable sense of humor, IoT pieces of content, musings about the city life, politics, and literature, and among other subjects. Actually, it's very tough. It's very tough to make someone cry, is it? If you slap someone on the cheek, then he or she will start crying. But it's very tough to make someone laugh. Okay? One person, that is Charlie Chaplin, he could do it very well. Have you watched the movie Charlie Chaplin?
Yes.
Okay, there is a movie made by Charlie Chaplin. You will see a child, yeah? A short movie, 40 minutes or 45 minutes movie, okay? So what did he do? Charlie Chaplin, in his personal life, whenever his mother had been performing on the stage, abruptly, his mother stopped speaking for the cause of a disease. And the audience started throwing chappal in it, sandals towards the steps, directing his mother. At that time, the little Chaplin, that was 8 years most probably, he says, he got on the stage and he started to jump on the stage and try to cool the audience. That was his first story of Charlie Chaplin. And from that time, Charlie Chaplin got many money at that stage. And from that time, Charlie Chaplin started to make people laugh. So it's very easy to make people cry, but it's very tough to make people laugh. Our writer, E.B. White, he tried to make people laugh because there is a difference between humor and wit. Wit will make you laugh, but sometimes wit will be a combination of intellect. Okay? Intellect, that means, suppose day before yesterday I went somewhere else, that yes, I want to have a file. Then he said that we have crore files, so it's tough to give you the file within 10 minutes. It will take 40 minutes to give you the file. Then I went to the complaint box and I said to the officer that yes, I don't understand why it will take 40 minutes to have a file. I can't understand that. Then he said that we have lakhs file, and for this reason it's very tough to give you a file within the 30 minutes. I said, oh, sorry madam, you have made a mistake. I am sorry. that in the reception, your reception person said that you have crore files, but you said lakh file. That means their file numbers has been decreasing. So it's a matter of your bad reputation. Okay. So here, humor, the simply humor that will make you laugh, and at the same time wit that will make you laugh with the help of your intellect. Especially the person who have the vast amount of intellectual ability, they can make you laugh with some witty comment. Our writer E.B. White did that. E.B. White would write something with mixture of some eloquent and humoristic style, and for this reason he is lovable, he is liked, and he is praised by the writers of all ages. And what was the theme of his writings? Especially politics, city life, literature. This was the subject of his writing. Okay? And White also wrote poems, cartoon captions, and brief sketches for the magazine, and his writings helped establish its intellectual and cosmopolitan tone. White collaborated with James Thunder, or Is Sex Necessary? That was the writing that was published in 1929, proof of the contemporary sex manuals. And in a monthly column for Harper magazine, he wrote essays about rural life. Essays about rural life. We have understood that his theme is about politics, city life, and others, and the social life. Here he wrote for another magazine that was based on the rural life. In 1941, White edited his wife sub-treasury of the American humor. Sub-treasury of American humor. And 3 books for children. As I have started my lecture, that means he is famous for the children books. Stuart Little, that was published in 1945, and then Charlotte's, not Charlotte's, yeah? C-H, Charlotte's Web. And you can also watch the film, that is 1973 and 2006. And The Trumpet of the Swan. So he is also famous for the children books. But what the prose we will be reading, that Once More to the Lake, this is not about the children book, this is about the rural life. Okay? And very technically and very efficiently he has written this prose, that is Once More Time to the Lake. Okay? How many of you have were born and brought up in village? Raise your hands. How many of you were born and brought up in villages? Okay. Villages, yeah? All of you, do you know how to swim? Okay. And how many of you don't know how to swim? You don't know how to swim. Don't know how to swim. Okay, so you should visit the nearby river Buriganga. Okay, so you can visit to the nearby river Buriganga to study swimming. Or another portion might be that it can appeal to the university authority that arranges swimming pool for us. Yeah. Okay, you can apply to the university authority that yes, sir, allow a swimming pool. Okay, for us. Okay, everything will be done next time. Hopefully, when it will be done, we don't know. So the prose, Once More to the Lake, is about the rural life. And after many years, this prose, our writer E.B. White wanted to go back to the lake but he didn't see the lake on or through his present eyes. He wanted to watch or see the lake of his young eyes. That means at the age of 15, E.B. White was born and brought up in close to the lake, and what he saw in his 15 years of age, that he described in this prose. Not in the eyes, that means once more to the lake, that was written in 1941, and he was born in 1899. কত সালে? 1899 সালে তার জন্ম, এবং এই ওয়ান্স মোর টু দ্য লেক এটা লেখা হয়েছে 1941 সালে। তখন তার বয়স ছিল কত? 42 বছর আমার সময়। এবং সেই বয়সে 42 বছর বয়সের যে অভিজ্ঞ চোখ, সেই চোখ দিয়ে তিনি লেকটাকে দেখেন নাই। লেকটাকে কখন দেখেছেন? যখন তার 15 বছর বয়স ছিল। ওকে, সো উই উইল discuss that when we will be reading the prose. Okay, so this is about the writer and his prose that we are going to read. Okay, and these three books, that is the Stuart Little, Charlotte's Web, and the Trumpet of the Swan. These three books are called the classics of children books. Classics of children. And in 1959 he revised and published a book by the late William Strack John, the Elements of Style, which become a standard style of the manual for the writing in English. We know that our writer E.B. White was born and brought up in America, isn't it? What's the first language of America? English, isn't it? But English in America for a long time, they were ruled by the British government, yeah. And for this region, and there is a border of America and Canada. Okay, so and for this region, you see that the French is the first language of many countries. That means Canada and also the America, yeah. And also there are some other Spanish, Brazil. Spanish is also a prominent language in USA. Okay. Our writer E.B. White wrote a book that how to write in English, and the name of the book is The Elements of Style. Okay, and he is the co-author. Co-author, that means there was another author of this book, and that book was published in 1959. Okay, so that is the contribution of our writer E.B. White. Among White's other works, The Points of My Compass, Letters of E.B. White, edited by D.L. Gott, and appeared in 1976, and he collected essay in 1977, Poems and Sketches of E.B. White in 1981, and he was awarded Presidential Medal of Freedom and a Pulitzer Prize special citation. And White's biography of Harold W. Roach appeared in the 14th edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica. And that is in short about our writer E.B. White. Let me recap. That means E.B. White, his full name is Elwyn Brooks White, and he was born in New Yorker, and he was born in 1899, and he was died in 1985. And he is famous for several children books, especially the Charlotte's Web, Stuart Little, and the Trumpet of the Swan. And these are the classics of children books, and we will be reading. Especially, he is a very introvert person. That means E.B. White was a very introvert person. However, he had an eloquent pen. That means he wrote many things about prose, and in his prose he mixtures the theme of rural life, city life, and also the social picture. And our prose that we will be studying in this course, that is Once More to the Lake, is based on a rural life. Questions?